Hi students, this section is on writing linear equations in the slope-intercept form. So with this lesson, we are going to be working with the slope-intercept form. We did see this before. We've seen this before, y equals mx plus b. So what we're going to be doing in this lesson is you are going to learn how to write an equation of a line in the slope-intercept form. Again, y equals mx plus b. M represents your slope, which is your rise over your run. And B represents your y-intercept. And that is where the line crosses at the y-axis. So the first example we have here, it says write an equation of a line whose slope is -2 and whose y-intercept b is 3. So we're going to use the form of y equals mx plus b, and we're just going to take what's given to us here and write it in that form. So y equals, my m is going to be my slope, which is -2, so that's -2x. Plus my b, my y-intercept, where the graph, the line crosses the y-axis, is at 3. So that's going to be a plus 3. And this is just my answer. Y equals -2x plus 3. So that's one kind of question you'll see in this section. The other kind of question you'll see is where they provide you a graph here. And given the graph, you have to write the slope-intercept form equation given the graph. So example number 2, it says write an equation of the line shown in the graph. Hint, to help you write the question, you need to find the slope and you need to find the y-intercept first. So I'll write the formula here, y equals mx plus b. Now what's going to be helpful, remember m is your slope, your rise over your run. And labeling your b, that's going to be your y-intercept, where the line or the graph crosses the y-axis. Excuse me. Okay, so looking at this, to first start this off, what's going to be helpful is to see where does this line, where does this graph cross at the y-axis? Well, it's here at the point 0, -4. So my b, my y-intercept, is the value -4. So I can write y equals, we haven't found our slope yet, so we'll leave that. So plus a -4. You could write it too as just -4. I would accept either adding a negative or just subtracting there. Okay, so here we have our starting point, our y-intercept, our b. Then from there we're going to rise and run to get to this next point here to find our slope. So we can rise 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can rise 4 and we can run 1, 2. So that's going to be 4 over 2. But can that be simplified? Yes, it can be simplified. And that can be simplified to 2. So 4 over 2x plus a -4. And the way I can write my final answer is y equals, we said we simplify that to 2x plus a -4. And that'll be my answer. That is the line of the equation of this graph provided for you here. Just something I want you to write down here when we're modeling a real-life situation. In lesson 4.8, we learned about functions where f of x replaces y. And a linear model is a linear function that is used to model real-life situations. In a linear model, m is the rate of change and b is the initial amount. So I just want you to write this down, and we're probably going to do an example like this in class together. But I just wanted you to make note of this real-life situation relating linear models to the linear functions that we've talked about. Now on this last slide, slide here, I want you to try these two questions on your own, and I will go through the answers with you in class when I see you next. So it says for question number 1, I want you to write an equation of the line in the slope-intercept form given that the slope is 1 and the y-intercept is 2. So try that one out. And then question number 2, write an equation of the line shown by the graph. So here we have the graph, and write the equation of the line given this graph.